Welcome, my dear learners, to today's episode on this very channel. Remember, we are still on indices and logarithm. In today's lesson, we want to find the value for x which satisfies this logarithmic equation. So we have log of x to the base of 2 plus log of x to the base of 3, and this is equal to 1. Now this means that when we find the value for x and then we sum these two logarithms together, we should get 1. But you observe that the bases of these two logarithmic expressions are not the same. We have to the base of 2 to the base of 3. And therefore, we can't apply the multiplication for logarithm at this very point. So what do you suggest we do? Let's bring any of these logarithms to the right-hand side of the equation. So we are going to have, bring log of s to the base of 3 to the right-hand side of the equation. So we will have, now we have log of s to the base of 3. Now let's write this in a logarithm form. Let's write the number 1 in a logarithmic form. Now in logarithm, we said that when you have the logarithm of any number, let's say to the base of a number a, the same number will give us what? 1. So in place of 1, we can write it as log of 3 to the base of 3, because this is going to give us 1, which is the same as that. So we have so at this very point, realize that we have log of 3 to the base of 3, we have to the base of 3, we have the minus sign. Therefore, we can use the division law for logarithm at this very side. So in doing that, we are going to pick any of the logs with a base of 3. So we are going to pick one of them, log to the base of 3, and then what do? We divide the numbers. At this stage, continuing at this very point becomes very tedious, but we can make it less tedious by equating it to any variable at all. Let's say the variable y. So from here, we can say that log of x to the base of 2 is equal to y, and log of 3 over x to the base of 3 is equal to y. So we have log of x to the base of 2 is equal to the y that we introduced, and is also equal to y. Now let's convert the whole of this into an exponential equation. So we know that these two will move and become the base of the y. So we are going to have 2 raised to the power y. We are left with what? X. And then we have, this is also going to give us 3 raised to the power y. And we have 3 all over x. Now we have two systems of equation. Let's solve it. Let's call this equation 1 and then this equation 2. So let's multiply equation 1 by equation 2. So we have 2 raised to the power y times 3 raised to the power y. 2 raised to the power y multiplying 3 raised to the power y. The dot is the same as multiplication. And this is equal to x times what? X. So we have x times 3 all over what? X. So from here you can see that this x can cancel this x. So we are having what? 3. In indices, we said that when you have the number a multiplying by another number, let's say b, to the power of m, we can write this as a raised to the power m multiplying b raised to the power m. If that is the case, when you have 2 raised to the power y multiplying 3 raised to the power y, we can apply this law. We are going to have 2 multiplying 3, and then we pick one of what? The exponents, since the exponents are the same. So in place of this, we are going to write this. But we know that 2 times 3 will give us what? 6, and then we have y, and then it's equal to that. So we are going to have 6 raised to the power y, and that is equal to 3. So at this very point, we want to make y the subject of the equation, or we want to find the value for y. So we can convert this into a logarithmic equation. So we have 3 is equal to 6 raised to the power y. So in doing that, we are going to introduce logarithm on the number 3, and then the base of the y will move and become the base of the logarithm. So you have this. So in converting this to a logarithmic equation, we are going to have y is equal to log of 3 to the base of 6. Now we have y log of 3 to the base of 3. Now earlier in the beginning, we said that we are letting y is equal to log of x to the base of 2, and that. So let's use this log of x to the base of 2. So we have our y is also equal to log of x to the base of 2. By transitivity law, we can say that this log is equal to this log, since y is equal to that and this y is also equal to that. So we can say that this is also equal to that. So we want to find the value for x. And in doing that, then we have to convert the whole of this into an exponential equation. So with that, the base of this logarithm will move and become the base of this whole logarithmic expression. So we are going to have x is equal to 2 raised to the power log of 3 to the base of 6. So the value for x which satisfies this logarithmic equation is 2 raised to the power log of 3 to the base of 6. You can punch it in your calculator, and when you do that, you are going to have your x is equal to 1.52959, and this is the value which satisfies this logarithmic equation. This brings us to the end of today's lesson. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.